half, 31-25. Your leading scorer, DeMonte Williams with 14. Season high for DeMonte.
Okay, we have
33 minutes.
Micah Shrewsberry in the room. Sam, do you have the mic? Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Let's wait just a second. I got if those are questions. Sam has a microphone. Coach, if you want to have an opening statement, then we'll open up for questions.
You know, this league is it's unforgiving. You know, it's not like it took me my first head coaching job to understand that, right? I've been watching this league for a long time. And you play your worst game of the season, which we did on Sunday. But hats off to Nebraska. They're playing great. They're scary and they're dangerous. But that was as bad as we've played. And we went the whole month of February playing pretty good. But kind of who we were tonight, like that's us. That's us. And that's how we play. And that's how we fight. And we fight like that no matter where we go. And we give ourselves a chance. And, you know, this is a really good team, right? You lose at home and you turn around, you got to come play here. Then you got to go play Rutgers. And it's unforgiving, but you prepare your guys the right way. And I thought our guys played as hard as possible and executed our game plan. We gave ourselves a chance. We just couldn't come away with it at the end.
Question here to the left in the middle.
Coach, you wanted to obviously take Kofi away. You limited him to 7 shots. Was that pretty much what you're hoping for, that they would miss some of those threes and give you an opportunity to hang around?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to make it as hard as possible. And, you know, you have to choose, right? You got to pick your poison about what you can do. But I thought our guys did a good job of being in on Kofi, but also, like, being out there on Plummer. You know, Trent got away from us a couple of times and got free. He got one in transition, got one late where we kind of broke down. But, you know, we kind of did what we wanted to do defensively. It just didn't, you know, a couple of game plan mistakes there at the end. They capitalize. That's what a good team does. The moment you make a mistake, they capitalize. And this is a good team. They got a lot of good players. They got a lot of weapons, and like it's as scary as can be, right? Like I coached against DeMonte Williams. I know how tough that kid is, man. He makes big shots. He makes big plays. He's an elite role player, and I'm like daring him to shoot the basketball, right? That's at home, right? People make shots at home, but you have to take something away. And I thought our guys did it. I thought he stepped up and made big plays for him, made big shots, and then got a drive into the paint late as well.
Obviously, Jalen Pickett was posting up and found a lot of room there with the back downs. Was that just taking advantage of his size over Illinois' smaller guard? Yeah,
well, I mean, we've done that before as well. And, you know, they did a good job of taking away our movement on the perimeter. They do a good job of really denying handoffs and everything else. So the other stuff that we do normally offensively, you can't really go to it. They take it away with how they deny. So you had to find something else and plan through him in the post. And now you force them to make a decision where they stay at home one-on-one or where they help. And we got a little bit of both where they stayed at home. Sometimes they helped and we tried to kick it out, or he got some dump downs to John. I wish he'd gotten some more free throws though.
Here in the back to the right. Hold on just a second. Mike's on its way.
Obviously, a few times this season, going on the road has been a problem for your team. How encouraging is it to see your team respond the way that you guys did tonight after, as you said, tough showing the previous game against Nebraska?
Well, the one thing I'll say, it's not exclusive to us. There's a lot of people that struggled on the road. We've gone on the road, and you know it was we lost by 3 at Wisconsin. Like we went on the road, like nobody's really blown our doors off on the road. We've been in pretty much every game. Michigan State did. We didn't play well there. Iowa, we didn't play well there. Indiana did. But, you know, there's 3 out of 10. We got one more. So we've played well on the road for the most part and given ourselves a chance. But, our defense has traveled. It's traveled with us. It's kept us in games. It's given us a chance. Our offense hasn't always gone with us. Right? Sometimes I probably need to pack it. Need to pack our offense, take it to Rutgers with us, and take it to Indianapolis with us. And hopefully that gives us an opportunity. But, this is confident, like, for our team to know. I'm more encouraged about, we didn't have we've had breakdowns in stretches, 2-minute segment where teams go on a run and then the game kind of gets out of hand. We didn't, they went on a run early in the middle, maybe earlier the middle in the second half, but that was about it. So we didn't have those normal breakdowns, turnovers that opened the game up.
Right here in the middle.
How did your guys maybe go from the game plan being try to limit Kofi's touches to executing that pretty well?
A lot of practice, a lot of time. Guys believing in what we're doing. Once you see it, once you start having a little bit of success, that's the hard part though. Like, when you're the guy that's helping, right? Everybody in the stands or everybody watching on TV, like they're like, man, that dude's getting killed, right? Like, well, how come DeMonte Williams' guy isn't playing him? He's giving up 4 threes, but it's a part of a game plan. But as a 18 to 22-year-old kid, you're doing your job, but your man's also scoring. And like maybe the TV announcers don't recognize that, or the people in the crowd, or nobody does, and they think it's all on you. And as much as I tell them, like, hey, those shots are on me, like, to really believe it, like when it's happening in the moment, and then to stick with it and do it, that takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of maturity. He could easily just say, no, man, I'm not going to let this dude score no more. Now Kofi's getting dunks. He's getting putbacks. He's getting whatever he wants to do. They stuck with it. They believed in it. We got some dudes that are all in.
Right here in the middle.
Seems like Illinois offers a pick your poison strategy, and you chose to shut down all their poisons, apart from DeMonte, who's not considered like a poison.
Mm-hmm.
How did you manage to shut down the outside game and the inside game?
We tried to mix up defenses a little bit, try to keep them off guard as much as possible. We almost we picked who was going to take shots, right? Like, we tried to pick as much as possible. Like, there's some things that they do where you can't pick. And Trent Frazier's running off a baseline screen. It's hard to be there, but sometimes we're there. But for the most part, we tried to choose, like, you have to take all the shots. And it almost worked. I've seen it work in the past. I've done it, at different places with different teams, and we've had success doing it. But it's a make or miss league. He made four big ones. We had some looks at the end of the game from guys that are probably shooting the same amount, right? Greg Lee's probably, now I don't look at the numbers, but Greg Lee's probably shooting the same amount from 3 as he is. And he had some pretty good looks from 3 at the end to tie it. And it just didn't go in, right? Those go in. Maybe we're still playing overtime, double overtime or something.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Micah.
Thank you, guys. Safe travels to Indy.
We'll have DeMonte Williams and Coleman Hawkins here in a few moments.